I started, Lily. How do you want me to start my video?
Okay, so just say...
Just tell me from there. Just tell me from where you're at.
Okay. So just say, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel.
Uh-huh.
Are you recording?
No, I'm trying to remember what you're saying. I'm writing it down.
Okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're talking all books, and we are going to have, and you say what is it called?
The author?
Yeah, the author's name.
Uh-huh.
And then you just start with your blog, where you're going to be doing.
Okay, thank you, Lily.
You're welcome.
I'm going to start now, so try to be quiet, okay?
Got it.
Okay. Hey, everyone. Welcome to my channel. It's Krys from Books and Krys. I am coming to you with a glass of vino. And I've got some books that I got here. Nice little book haul. And I just wanted to take a moment and make a video because it's been a while. So if you watch my channel, you know that I am a part of the Romance Book Squad. And it's me, Alicia, Carrie, and Natasha. And we are kicking off our January readathon with none other than the amazing, a miracle, I was going to say, the amazing Kerrigan Byrne. We had her on our show about 2 weeks ago. She joined us, and we let everyone know that that was the big surprise that I was working on behind the scenes. So she had a great time. We had a great time having her on, and she said that she would like to come back and hang out and talk books and bullshit. So she's going to be joining us this Wednesday on Carrie's channel, Book for Romance. So make sure you watch us, because Kerrigan will be there with us, and she'll be, you know, just hanging out. And we'll be talking about all the crazy shit that we talk about. And I'm sure it's going to be a good time. So I've got myself a little glass of Moscato. I'm not a Moscato girl. I like the Pinot. I like the dry. The guy at the liquor store told me to try this one because he said it goes, I'm not crazy about it. I don't like the sweet. I like the dry. But I bought it. It's cheap. It was a box of wine. I never did the box wine before. I usually get the big bottle of Cavit, the Pinot. But I figured I'd give it a try, give it a shot, and wouldn't have to keep going and buying bottles and stuff. But they didn't have the Pinot, so I got this one. Not a fan, but I got it, so I'll drink it. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. So we started this book club. It's the four of us. And Jessica is also going to be joining in, Jessica from Peace Love Books. She has a lot of things going on. She has 2 book clubs, 2 or 3. She has the Hellions. She's got the one with Lacey and Lisa that she does. And she was with us too. And then, she started the book club with Books with Samantha. So, we didn't want to put a lot of pressure on her, and we knew that she was having a lot of stuff going on, and she still wanted to hang out. So we were like more than thrilled, So she's going to be joining us. Sorry for the dogs barking. Lily, can you take care of the dogs? This is what happens when you got 4 kids and 2 dogs and 2 birds and a husband. And you work full time. It's crazy. So that's why in my videos you don't see too many of them, because I'm a very busy woman. I am a nurse. So you guys all know that. I'm back at work, working full time. I'm a pediatric nurse. And I love it. I do. I really, really do. Anyway, so enough about me. And I love to cook. And I like to shop for books. No, y'all already know that. Anyway. It's been a while. Damn, it's fun being behind the camera. I could do this more often. Anyway, so I did a little video today, and I let you guys know about some authors that sent me some books, and I was really, really appreciative because I buy most of my books, and I love romance. I love contemporary. I love paranormal. I love historical. I love romance, period. I could, new adult, young adult. I love it all. So I joined a contest from Ilsamata Mills, and I won this book, I promise you. And she signed it, and look, it's right there. She signed it, and I'm excited. I'm excited to read it, and I'm really appreciative. I know a lot of people get sent books all the time. I'm just starting out, and I like to shout them out and thank them because They don't have to do that. Yeah, it helps them to get, reviews and get their content out there. But for me, I appreciate it because they're taking time out of their schedule. They're recognizing me as someone that has a platform. It's not huge, but I have one. And, I'm going to read these books and I'm going to give my honest opinions. So tune in. Hopefully by the end of the month, I will have these all done. And a couple of the ones that I'm going to show you from my haul, and then the ones from our book club too. So I'm really excited. So this one is, a lot of people have read this one. So it's a Tarzan retelling. I think I saw it first on Bree's channel. I think it was Bree. But it's Love in the Wild. It's by Emma Castle. And I know there's not a lot of talking in it. I think it's more like body language and like a mental attraction. So you kind of coming at the romance from a different angle, different aspect. And I think that's really interesting. And The Darkest Hour, she sent me also. So this one's under her name, Lauren Smith, which I think is her real name. And then this is under her pen name, Emma Castle. So it's actually the same author. So if you go on Lauren Smith's website, you will also see Emma Castle stuff because it's the same author. And she's super sweet and super nice. And I can't wait to get into these books. So that's that. And moving on, I got a gift card for my husband to Barnes and Nobles, and I went and bought some books, of course. And you want to hear something else? I got another gift card from my sister, and it got lost in the bags of wrapping paper, and it's gone. It's missing. I don't have that gift card. And I keep telling myself, well, there's X amount of books that I could have bought that I can't buy now because I just was not responsible and didn't take and put in my pocketbook, and so that's gone. So it's kind of it's really bumming me. It's really bumming me because those are books. That's like throwing out books. And I'm really pissed off about it, actually. Anyway, so I bought this book. I was in Barnes and Nobles. I'm looking around. I want something different. I want something with a little fear factor in it, something a little spooky. So I picked up Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. There you go. Carrie Maniscalco. And it's also says James Patterson Presents. So I guess he's got some kind of part in the production of this book. So a man impaled by a sharp wooden stake, a young chambermaid drained of her blood. They say it's Prince Dracula, arisen from the dead. I say it's the living, not the dead, we should fear the most. Praised for the New York Times best-selling Stalking Jack the Ripper and Hunting Prince Dracula. So it has really good reviews on Goodreads. It's actually what I used to check out the book before I actually paid for it. So a lot of you probably know this, and for those of you that don't, on Goodreads, you can scan books. So I go to like the thrift store, or I go to Walmart, if I'm at Target and there's a new book and I don't know about it, I will scan it on my Goodreads and it comes up and it tells me how many stars it has, and I can check by the reviews whether other people think it's good or not, and if it looks like something that I like. And I usually only buy books that have at least 4 stars and up. I'm not wasting my time on low star books. And I know that's horrible to say because I know there's a lot of books that have lower stars that are really good. Like, for example, when we did the Julia Quinn readathon, I think it was book number 6, The Viscount Who Loved Me. I think it was number 6. And number one was great. I loved it. And obviously everyone else is loving it because now all you see is these Bridgerton videos all over the place from everyone watching Netflix. It's like we were on that train way before y'all. So whatever. But anyway, so I think it was book 6, and it had like a 3.6 or a 3.8 rating, something like that. And I thought that was like probably the best book. I think if I go back and reread 1 and 6, then I'll be able to see which one of the two that I like the most out of all the books. But it was a great book, and it had such a low rating compared to the other books that I thought some of them were like, okay, it was good, but 1 was better, or 6 was definitely better. But it all pertains to, each story had a different villain. One was like a Cinderella retelling. So if you're more into the lighter aspect of things, you would have liked that book more. with the wicked stepmother and the evil sisters. And then book 6, I think, was like more realistic. It had to do, and it was a little deeper and darker. It was like with suicide and, you know, a single dad raising 2 badass kids, and Eloise coming in, and, you know, us all knowing how quirky she is and how complex of a character she was, and how she actually fell in love with a man who had two children, and how she dealt with those kids. I thought was very interesting, and it was good. Like it was really, really good. So I love that book. Yeah. So moving on. We did Bridgerton already. I keep going back to Bridgerton. So I bought this book, Rupta Septi's Between Shades of Grey. Soon to be a major picture. So they're going to be making this into a movie, Ashes in the Snow. This book too, I used my Goodreads app, and it had really good reviews. And it looks like a really good book, and it's nice and floppy. Look at that. It's floppy. Floppy, floppy. So I got that one. And so, okay. So there are plenty of Black authors out in the world that need more attention and need to be brought up to platform because they're amazing. And to be honest with you, my reading journey, I think really for me kicked off when I was 23, like about 23, 24 years old. I was working in a check cash, and the girls that I worked with were reading Zane. And so I picked up Zane. I remember the first book I picked up, I think it was Addicted, and I couldn't stop. I mean, the books were so steamy, so hot, so sexy, and I was just like eating them up. So I read a couple of her books, and I also read Sister Soldier's book, The Coldest Winter, and I read, oh my God, and I read Eric Jerome Dickey, who just recently passed away too. I have his Chasing Destiny upstairs. It was a motorcycle romance. That was really good. And I read Donald Goines. Donald Goines was because he passed away. He was a Black author who wrote some really fantastic books. And they were urban, and they dealt with drugs and gangs and violence and rape and abuse. And they were really dark and really, really, really enticing books. Like, they just sucked you in from the beginning. And I remember I read Dope Fiend and read, what was it? Red El Dorado, I think it was. Red something. Anyway, Dope Fiend was the best book that I read from him. And then I started reading a couple other one of his books. And he had a bunch. He has maybe like, I don't know, I want to say more than 10, 12 books. I could look it up for you right now, but I'm not going to do that. Anyway, if you want to read some urban stories written by a man who his situation was kind of interesting. He wrote all these books while he was in jail. And when he was released from jail, he ended up being murdered by some people that they think some of his stories were based on. So if you want to check him out, really interesting. And if you look him up on Goodreads or anywhere, you will see that his books have great reviews. And he is another amazing Black author that I recommend. And I haven't heard anybody else talking about him. So there's a new for you author if you guys want to check it out. And I love The Color Purple. I watched that movie, I can't even tell you how many times. Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah. Just an amazing movie. So I never read the book. And this book is on a banned list. Can you believe it? There's like books on the banned list that you just like, what? The Color Purple is on the banned list. I read the first chapter, and I can't tell you, I was like, oh, damn, did she just say the P-U-S-S-Y? She said the P-U-S-S-Y. So maybe that's why. But guess what? I don't care. I like it. It's gritty. It's dirty. And I like it. And it's true to history in part. And I think that you guys should read it and give it a try. I haven't read it yet. I only read the first chapter, but the movie was phenomenal, and I'm pretty sure this book is going to be awesome too. So, by Alice Walker. Check it out. Another thing, so many authors talk, so many booktubers and Instagrammers talk about this author and how amazing she is, and I'm just like, I know she's amazing. I haven't read her stuff yet, but I know it. So, of course, me being who I am, I went out and bought a shit ton of her books. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Beverly Jenkins. So, I bought a shit ton of her books. Because why? Because I'm going to read them because they're bomb and gotta support, right? So, this is Destiny's Embrace, Thrift Books. Let me tell you something about Thrift Books. I'll get back to that. I got Night Song. I got Before Dawn. And this is from Thrift Books. And look at the back of the book. Ain't that shit? That's fucked up, right? I know. And I got Breathless. This one's all right, but they kind of like scribbled with black marker into there. I don't know why they did that. I got Tempest. Same shit. Scribble on the back. Rebel. This one I bought off of a website that I will not name. But I got this one. And so, okay, going back to Thrift Books. So I usually buy a good amount of books from Thrift Books. And I've had some issues. And I know a couple of people have had some issues. But I will say this. I bought this book, Beverly Jenkins' book. Wind of the Storm. Look at this book. You see this? This is supposed to be in good condition. Look at this. Look at that. It's orange inside. Orange. Orange. Look at Beverly. She's like, I'm not this old. So I was really upset. It stinks. It stinks. It smells like mold and smoke. And it's just in horrible condition. And I was really upset. And you know, usually I don't say anything, but I'm trying to build a nice little Beverly Jenkins collection, and I don't want crap. So I sent them an email, and they were super sweet, and they sent me this copy, and it looks awesome compared to what I have. So if you order from Thrift Books, if you get a book and you think it's subpar quality, and I mean, like, don't do it on just like stupid books, but like, you know, that you can still keep. Like, this has the sticker here. It's all, you know, but you could take it off. You know what I mean? But in this case, this book is literally like falling apart. Like literally, like this just like came off, like it was like deteriorating. Anyway, they do have an awesome policy where if your book is jacked up, they will make it up for you. And they sent me this copy. So shout out to Thrift Books for making it up. They are used books, so we have to keep that in mind. We're not buying brand new books, but they should be in decent, you know, condition. So. All right, so for Kerrigan, so I have a couple of her books already. There were some that I didn't have, and then I actually bought 2 of the same books. So since we are going to be having a readathon with Kerrigan, I will be giving one of my extra books away. And that book is The Duke with the Dragon Tattoo. So I got 2 of these books. And one of them will be a giveaway. So if you don't have this book, just write it down below in the comment section. Christina, I don't have this book, and I will pick from someone from my YouTube to win one of these books. Because why not? And I bought this one. Look at this one, so pretty. Look at that, so pretty. Oh, look at the purple with the gold. Oh my God, that's such a sexy color. And oh, the back, the muscles in the back. Do you see his muscles? Just want to, okay, anyway. So I got the Duke also, which was really hard to find. And look at that shit. You know how much I paid for this book? $15. $15. I could not find this book anywhere. I had to buy it used because nobody has it. And then they sent it to me, and then her face is missing. Like literally, her face is missing. So it's $15 on this book. And kind of upset about it because her face is missing. Half of her face is missing. Did I say that? Oh, her face is missing. It's missing. Anyway, so my husband is a garbage man. And, oh, wait, before I go there, I got this at Barnes & Noble's too. A lovely wall. So this is like a wartime love story. And it says it is a class. Okay, there's a classical pianist from London, a British would-be architect turned soldier, a Harlem-born ragtime genius in the U.S. Army, and a Belgian orphan with a gorgeous voice and a devastating past. Their story, as told by goddess Aphrodite, who must spin the tale or face judgment on Mount Olympus, is filled with hope and heartbreak, prejudice and passion, and reveals that through war, though war is a formidable force, it's no match for the transcendent power of love. I want to say that again because that was a really nice line and I feel like I fucked it up. So let me go back. Their story is told by goddess Aphrodite, who must spin the tale or face judgment on Mount Olympus, is filled with hope and heartbreak, prejudice and passion, and reveals that though war is a formidable force, it's no match for the transcendent power of love. Oh my God, that's such a pretty sentence. I mean, it's a long sentence. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 commas in that sentence, and that's a beautiful sentence. I like that. I have a feeling this book is going to be amazing. Just from the back. I mean, amazing. And look how pretty. I mean, it's not nothing crazy, but the pretty pink. I like it. And for my girls, some of my girls, I bought them A Curse So Dark and Lovely because I do love fantasy. And I figured, why not? So I got this one and Fall in Love to Break the Curse. That's what this one is about. Cursed to repeat the autumn of his 18th year, Prince Ren of Emberfall thought he would be saved easily if a girl fell for him. But that was before he turned into a vicious beast and destroyed his castle, his family, and every last shred of hope. Nothing has ever been easy for Harper, with her father long gone, her mother dying, and her brother constantly underestimating her because of her cerebral palsy. She has a chronic illness. She has cerebral palsy. She has a disability. I fucking love that. I did not know that. So this is like a Beauty and the Beast. It sounds Beauty and the Beast-ish. And she has cerebral palsy. When she tries to save a stranger on the streets of Washington, D.C., she's pulled into a magical world. Break the curse, save the kingdom. Harper doesn't know where she is or what to believe. A prince? A curse? A monster? As she begins to understand what's at stake, Ren's hope comes flooding back. But powerful forces are standing against Emberfall, and it will take more than a broken curse to save Harper, Ren, and his people from utter ruin. Oh my God. Oh my God. Why haven't I heard enough people talk about this book? What is going on? This sounds amazing. I think I want to start this like right away. I'm intrigued. That was really good. Okay. Anyway, so wow. I like that. Another book that I picked up. So I was looking up on Goodreads and I was like, I want dirty historical, like dark, naughty historical romances. And this author came up and her name is Jess Michaels. So I bought this book. It's called Mismatched Under the Mistletoe. So this was supposed to be a Christmas read that I never got to, but it's super short. And I'm still going to read it. I really don't care that it's not Christmas time. It's only 150 pages, so I could bang this out really quick. 150 pages. And all her books have really good ratings. So if you guys are looking for another historical romance writer who has naughty books, dark books, this is one that you could look up and see if there's something that you find that you like, and then tag me in it. Let me know what you think, because yeah, she looks good. Jess Michaels. All right, so going back to my husband, who's a garbage man. So every now and then he brings home a shit ton of books for me because he's the bomb.com, and I guess I married him for a reason. And he brought home The Perfect Storm. So let me tell you something. This book, oh my God, I freaking love Mark Wahlberg. Like, when I tell you I love Mark Wahlberg, he's the sexiest fucking man. Like, he's just so sexy. Oh my God. What was that movie he was in? Saturday Nights, Long Nights. Was it Saturday Nights? I don't know. Anyway, he's amazing. And so I had seen this movie years ago. I think when me and my husband first started dating. I gotta see when the movie came out, but super long ago. And my name is Christina. And there's a part in this movie, and I found it in the book, where he goes, I love you, Christina. I love you I love you today and I love you forever. There are no goodbyes. There's only tomorrow, Christina. Only tomorrow. And I remember sobbing. I was like, oh my God, I'm here, Mark. I'm not going anywhere. And he was dying. I was like, no, don't die. It was so good. Anyway, I love this fucking movie. So I'm so happy that I have the book because now I'm going to read it and it's going to be different in my brain. I'm going to be the Christina that he's definitely talking about when I read this book. It's going to be me and Mark Wahlberg and it's going to be fucking epic and in my head and it's going to be amazing. So shh, don't say nothing. And there is no holds bar on my channel. So if you watch and you don't like profanity, you don't like people talking about and stuff like that, then sorry, boo, this is me. I'm not changing. I like shows like Rain. I love shows like The Tudors and Game of Thrones and Vikings. Oh my God, Vikings. The Last Kingdom. Like those old historical, you know, shows are just, I love them. So, and I'm actually watching Downton Abbey right now. So good. Anyway, Mary, Queen of Scots. If you watch Rain on Netflix, then you know a little bit about Mary. And I had a girlfriend that I used to work with, and she's like a real history buff. And she like was like talking about like, oh, well, they did this different in the book than how it really happens in history and blah blah. Like don't know shit about history. Like I don't fucking remember. Who remembers that shit? Anyway, so she would talk about like what really happened and then like what they redid in the movie to make it like a little different. So I was like, you know what? This is actually good for me because then I can get like a little history, you know, knowledge up in here. So this is by Antonia Fraser, A Tragic Romance, Rare and Poignant, Masterly and Radiant. So I'm actually really intrigued to hear about this dirty little Queen of Scots. She had everything: dazzling beauty, brilliant wit, captivating charm, unflinching courage, born to reign. She was every inch a queen as she made her imperious moves on the chessboard of power. But she could not rule her own impulsive heart, and she scandalized her people with her passions, was betrayed by the brutal and powerful man she loved, and was lured into the deadly spider's web woven by her envious and unforgiving cousin, Elizabeth of England. Here is the unforgettable story of Mary, Queen of Scots, who lost a throne for love and gained immortal triumph in her ultimate hour of tragedy. That sounds fucking bomb. So, thank you. And I got this book. I have heard people talk about this book. I can't even tell you, like on Facebook and like all these like different book channels that I follow. You know, what's the best book you've ever read? A lot of people talk about this book and I'm like, it sounds so fucking boring. Like, do I want to read this? My husband bought it home for me for free. I have it. I will think about reading it one day because I'm sure it's pretty good. The premise is a little, I don't know. We'll see. So, it's The Count of Monte Cristo. I've never read it. This is a classic. I know a lot of people have read it and they love it. I've never read it, so I plan to. It's in the Napoleonic era. In the post-Napoleonic era, Edmond Dante, a young sailor from Marseille, is poised to become captain of his own ship and to marry his beloved. But spiteful enemies provoke his arrest, condemning him to a lifelong imprisonment. Then Edmund's sole companion in prison reveals his secret plan to escape and a letter with directions to hidden riches on the island of Monte Cristo, a treasure trove that will eventually fund Edmund's dream of creating a new identity for himself, the mysterious and powerful Count of Monte Cristo. The Count of Monte Cristo, Alexandre Dumas, employed all the elements of compelling drama, suspense, intrigue, love, vengeance, rousing adventure, and the triumph of good over evil that contribute to this classic story's irresistible and timeless appeal. Now, y'all want to read it too, right? Yeah, I know you do. Anyway, that wraps up my haul. I hope you guys had fun. I did, and I'm going to finish the rest of my vino, and I am going to do some other stuff. Maybe I'll make another video for another time, who knows. And I will see you guys Wednesday on Carrie's channel or If I don't see you Wednesday on Carrie's channel because you're watching this at another time, I'll see you around. Take care. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Bye.